Hello, my name is Davian Fuchsa and this is my Let's Play for Castle of the Winds. So let's go into a little description first about what Castle of the Winds is before I actually go into the game. It's basically a roguelike that I first played when I was very young. And I mean very young because this was basically, this game was basically created about 3 years after I was born, even. It's basically a roguelike that was basically based off of Rogue. But is it different in a few areas? I suppose I'll first describe what Rogue is before we go into that. Basically, a roguelike is based off the original game Rogue. That was made in from the 1980s, and it was developed by a couple of people. And basically, the whole feature of the game was basically a dungeon crawling video game in which you basically adventure into an epic fantasy dungeon filled with monsters and treasures, and the goal was basically to fight to the bottom level and then retrieve what you want and go all the way back up. So what's basically a roguelike then is basically characterized as random level generation, permanent death, turn-based movement, and it typically involves dungeon crawls of monsters, items, and environmental features, and it usually employs a lot of keyboard interaction, but that doesn't mean that you can't use the mouse. And Castle of the Winds itself is actually not based off of a mouse. It's actually a mouse-dependent game instead of being keyboard-dependent. So primarily you'll be using a mouse instead of your keyboard to play this game. I can actually characterize this game as being kind of like Diablo, if you've ever played that, but Diablo's actually a lot newer than this game, so I guess I could say Diablo's like this game. If you want to download this game, you can go to a fan site called the Temple of Odin. You can probably get to it from Google. And you can download Castle of the Winds shareware and Castle of the Winds Registered. Don't worry about it being legal or not. Basically, Rick Sawada, the game creator of this game, he said anyone can download it because I give you permission to basically take it for free. So let's get into the actual game then, shall we? So yeah, just basically an open screen saying it's shareware, but it doesn't really matter anymore because he distributes for free now. So we'll start a new game, but first overview. Basically, it's a two-part graphical adventure game, loosely based on fantasy, role-playing, drawing, blah blah blah. Start a new game and all that. So let's get into that. So, character creation. Basically, it usually starts where you have this filled bar here. That's the points you can distribute, and you can actually reduce these bars from anywhere to really low to quite high. And I've already got them set up a little bit. Basically, I'll be a high strength warrior with some intelligence, decent constitution, and dexterity. I could adjust these difficulties to be more difficult, but I'm just going to leave it on intermediate for now. Some things about this game: you can change yourself to be female or stay male. You can have an icon file name and all that, but whatever. I just plan to go with the regular guy that I used to go with. You can start with starter spell at the beginning of the game. Many people recommend Magic Arrow because that's basically a ranged attack, but I'll go with Light because I like the utility of it. And we begin. So you start in this game in this little area right here. Basically, down here you get your hit points, mana, speed, time, and all that. Because the game tracks your little character's time as he runs around. So I move around, time goes around. I'm in a team ham at the moment, so not much is happening. And as you can see, I've got all these little things I can click. Inventory. I got a pop-up inventory. Must look very similar to something, don't you think? I could go to a map. That's not really great in here, but you'll get the idea later on. Character. Shows my attributes. It's important to note that these are going to vary quite a bit throughout the game as I get items or cursed or whatever. Character level, that'll actually go up, of course. Weight, bulk, speed, all that. Game difficulty. Could go to attributes, but nothing really to say yet. I could go to spells, but my spell book isn't all that, that great. I've only got like a miscellaneous spell at the moment. And there's like miscellaneous, deviation, movements, healing, defense, attack. So yeah, that's a little bit overview of all that. Let's go off a little bit. These are stores, of course. This is like a temple to Odin. You can like remove or restore your strengths and stuff, strain hit points. Cast Rune of Return, which allows you to return to like the town, remove curse, and all of nice stuff. Over here, this is like a shop, and he's got a little bit of stuff. Nothing I can buy right now because I've got nothing but like a little bit of copper. I got like a normal dagger as well, so that's not exactly great, but hopefully the armor shop will have something for me. So this is the armor shop. And the weapon shop, of course, all combined into one. You can look at all these weapons. There's, nothing too standing out right now. I can like right click and gives me a weight, asking price, get a helmet. Right now, I think we're just gonna go for. Yeah, we'll have to go for like just a shield to defend myself a little bit with. And you see all these weapons that you can pick up. Nothing I can use, I don't think, so we're gonna just be using this for now. Hopefully I'll find something better in the dungeon. I can go like right clicking on stuff and you see village well, the general store, and one more actually being called, I think. Alright, I'm back. My phone actually died, so that's a bit different. The further going to these stores and all that, this guy's an identify shop. I don't have anything identified though. And that's just a junk store. We'll get into those later. These are just normal houses up here. Farms. Vegetable garden. Farmland. And you can actually look around and stuff, but nothing really to see at this point, so let's go over here. And give me a moment, I'm just gonna do something.
You gaze once more at the charred ruins of your farm, where you were raised. You buried the blackened skeletons of your godparents in the remains of the garden they loved. But you cannot bury the anger which still seethes in the thought of how they died. Grimly you vow that nothing will prevent you from avenging their deaths. The marauder has pillaged the farm quite thoroughly. Nowhere in the ruins can you find the amulet left by your true father, whose dying word whispered by your grandfather, who were supposedly of its importance to you, of how it could lead to your fortune and great glory, but only if you proved your worth. Your godparents had promised it to be to you on your 18th birthday. Now you have neither godparents nor birthright, and your birthday is just passed. A search for clues in the rubble finds only a confusing trail of footprints leading north toward the mountains. Many of the footprints seem much larger to come from the boots of bandits and soldiers, who look north wondering, where might the amulet be now, and whom must you prove yourself, and how?
So a little bit of an introduction there. I got to use my voice morphing software. Woohoo! This road basically leads a couple of ways. Nothing goes in that way, but over here you'll see eventually go in this direction. So this is the entrance to the mine up here. And this is like the first dungeon you enter. And as you can see, it's very dark. You can't see anything. Now if you go up here, you'll this is like a tutorial, this area up here. You'll find that the dungeons will get bigger and bigger as you go along, but the first, like, there's a few dungeons that, like maps in this, that are always constant. This is the first one, and it's always constantly going to be basically a room here, rooms there, and a stairway over here. So let's go in here, and we come up to our first adversary, a kobold. And we're gonna attack that kobold. You hit him, he's dead. Now, just to demonstrate, this is armor. I don't know what this armor is. I don't know if it's cursed or not. Well, I do know if it's cursed or not, but you don't. One way to test it is like by just putting it on. And there, normal suit of leather armor. This should be you should be very careful when doing this though. If you put like an unidentified armor on, it could be cursed or it could be enchanted. And cursed is bad because you can't remove curse unless you get removed with remove curse spell or from the temple or whatever. So that's done. Let's continue on. I know if I go over here, I'll find a little bit of stuff to kill. Basically, it's a giant rat. I already killed one. There's two of them, actually. Now, as you can see, that giant rat actually hit me, and it did a little bit of damage. It actually avoided my bullet the first time, and it bit me twice. And as you can see, it's a little bit descriptive of what happens. A little bit. It's not like it's gonna like you're crippling their arm or anything like that, but whatever. Now my health will slowly go back up, but I could also wait if I want to, like rest, and then that'll rest me until I get to full HP. Now sadly there is no auto explore function in this game. And here's another adversary, a goblin. Pop. And that's basically it for the first level. Now, I use a keyboard command there. I could just press get to get, or I just press G. I use G because it's easier. Alright, so that's the first level. Okay, so climb downstairs. Here's the first room in the actual part of the dungeon. As you press the map, you can see it's a little bit bigger. Not that much, but it'll get bigger. Here's a weapon, the core staff. And it looks like I've already got an enemy coming around, a large snake. Now it's a bit slower, as you can see. I can outrun it and all, but I'm actually going to attack it. Ow, it hit me. Now you want to be careful with enemies because I think they can go upstairs. I'm not sure if they can, but I know, I don't plan to test it out. Rest, go back down. I hit it. So you'll notice I hit it, but he isn't dead. If I do this now, it's a critically injured large snake. So you can actually see how the health of well, not really the health. You can see how much damage you're doing. You can't actually see their health bars, but they do get injured. Look, my see here. You see the stairs up. Dead. You can't see yourself, but whatever. So these are hallways now that I'm entering. Another stairway. And it looks like we've already got a few enemies above. A giant rat and a hobgoblin. So that guy could be dangerous, but we'll see. So you strike sparks from the hobgoblin's armor, so that didn't really injure him. But he hit me. I killed him though. Now you see the giant rat isn't moving. That's probably because it's asleep or just not active, whatever. I could avoid it, but I'm gonna, kill it for experience. You can't sneak up and kill stuff, by the way, but you can get up and close and start pounding them before they can do anything or run away. Now at this point, I want to search around. And basically the purpose of this is basically I want to find secret doors because this room. Actually, I want to look at the help screen at this point. Okay, that's not it. Window. Oh, here it is. Over here. Help. Keyboard commands. I actually want to find out which is search. Search for doors is S. Okay. And you'll notice that it takes like a minute of time to search everything. And the purpose of me doing this is I want to find any secret doors like that. As you can see, I already found a secret door. And continue on. Now this door was opened, so that could mean like something ran through it. But, you know, nothing's in here, probably just a kobold. Nothing in here. And I'll notice something. Searching for doors is usually something you should do in this game because there's a lot of secret doors. And it's like not even funny how many doors you'll have to search for. Like, I wonder what's here. Door. Now you notice I'm not identifying my weapons that I've taken. This is because I don't know what they are. Don't know if they're cursed, don't know if they're enchanted. Or just, you know. Okay, so I fell into a pit. And I was barely missed by falling rocks. So these are traps that I'm running into. And I'll go back to help here. Keyword commands. You can disable traps. So let's do this. D. You failed to disarm the trap. You disarm the trap. So you can disable traps, and that's important if you want to, you know, you can get experience from disabling traps, so you should do it. Let's search over here. Alright, now we got something dangerous. A walking corpse. And a wild dog, that's less dangerous. Basically, this guy, he's going to take a few hits to kill. Luckily, he's slow. Okay, let's go at it. You miss him. You miss him again, he misses you. You slip past his guard and hit. He's hit me. He actually did like 4 damage. And you'll notice he's injured, so it varies on the amount of damage you do to him. So 1 hit got him injured. I missed him. He hit me. I hit, he parried. He parried. I don't know who parried. Oops. So as you can see, I've taken a little bit of an injury now. Time to run away. So we rested yet again. Rested. And we go back at it. And I'll probably find Mr. Walking Corpse. And he's injured again, so let's finish him off. You hit me. He blocked my clumsy blow. And yeah, he nearly killed me again. Bye-bye. Oops. So resting. Down we go. It's going to take a while to kill this thing, but you deal a solid blow, so that's probably going to make him critically injured. Heavily. Close enough. And boom. He's dead. So now I can learn my another spell because I leveled. You can learn spells whenever you level. So let's go with Magic Arrow. And let's just demonstrate what this spells do. This is Magic Arrow. Boom. So, you know, it's Magic Arrow does what, you know, Magic Arrow does. A bolt of magic that hits stuff. Now we got another monster to kill. So this is a skeleton. Not as strong as the Walking Corpse, but I think it's a little bit faster. It takes a hit. Injured. I could hit it again, but I plan to rip in, you know, Magical Fever. Suit of leather armor. Over here, of course. Door. It's important to note that, just like any roguelike, you should know when to run and when to fight. I know mostly, you know, most of the power of these guys, so there's nothing really... Ow, that thing hurt me. goblins can actually hurt you quite a bit, so you should be careful of them. Ooh, spellbook. A book of spells, that. So these are actually really great. Okay, we'll drop this here. You want to always use Book of Spells because they can give you spells. So I learned Phase Door, and that's basically a good spell to have. Phase Door will basically let you teleport away from stuff, so, you know, nice to have. Scroll. More items. Ouch. It attacks me 2 times and claws you 2 times. Bites me. Killed it. Another secret door, of course. As I said, they're all over the place. Alright, so that's good enough. I'm accumulating a little bit of stuff, but whatever. I don't know what this stuff does. I don't care to find out just yet. We're just going to rest. And we're just going to continue on. As you can see, it's not very positioned very well. So let's go up here. Get this. Of course, there's a trap right there. And let's see if there's any secret doors. Nope. Alright, I'm seeing an enemy. So that's probably a lit room down there. And yeah, our trap. You feel disarm. You feel disarm. Disarmed. Alright, now this guy could be dangerous. That's a viper. And vipers are venomous. Giant bat, not so much. I don't care so much about it. Snake, I do care. He dies. Injured. Dead. Now this is junk, of course. This broken shield. But it's worth money to sell at the garbage store, so I'll take it with me. I actually have my shield in the wrong place, but oh well. Oh, it misses me. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with him this time, I think. A couple of magic arrows will do some damage. Heavily injured. Ooh. Oops, I hit the wall. Now you're probably noticing something. Most of these monsters seem to have hit points, and you'd be correct. Monsters have hit points in this game. Walking corpses, for example, have like 3 hit points. Giant rats and giant bats and other crappy stuff like that has like 1. Skeletons and vipers have like 2. So it usually takes, you know, that many hits to kill him. I should rest before I do anything. Now, actually, you notice something, my mana is getting very low. I can basically go verbs, and I can rest until healed, or sleep until mana is restored. We're going to sleep until mana is restored. I was interrupted. And we're just going to back off. I know it's there, so we're just going to blast it. Just send it down the hall, and boom, hit the walking corpse. Boom, it's destroyed. Kill a dog. Dog really hit me pretty good, but whatever. And we'll sleep until health restored. I got a large snake down on the other side of me. Kill it. You should be very careful when you're sleeping, by the way. I'm on the first level and I'm, you know, intermediate, so I don't really care, but stuff could, you know, pop out that, you know, could injure me in higher levels. And that could be very bad. Rest. A skeleton. That was kind of dangerous. Stuff can't kill you in this if you're not careful. So you should, be careful when fighting. That's another shield. Nothing in this bag. We're gonna actually do this. Put it on my belt. That's a cheap way of using your belt slot, but whatever. It does work, though it can be kind of dangerous if you go after something that will nonetheless steal it. And there's a couple of monsters that can steal in this game. Maybe that? Nope. Quarterstaff, hammer, bracers. There we go. So I'm getting kind of full at this point, so we're gonna start thinking about maybe heading back soon. I'll fight a little bit more. Pick up stuff. Oh, we got something dangerous. I don't screw around with vipers because I know they can hurt. That's a goblin fighter. I don't really care if it's dangerous or not. Ah, I leveled. So let's see here. Protect objects. That lets you see objects. I don't really think it's too useful, but it can be nice to find out stuff. Shield. That'll give you a little bit of defense, and heal mind wounds. That heals yourself. We'll go with shield for now. And you'll get better spells as you level up, by the way, but for now they're kind of crappy. They'll work fine, but whatever. Got a dog. Kill it. Now you'll notice that there's like another stairway here. There's usually two stairways up and down. So if you have trouble at one, just go to the other. Now you notice that most of these rooms are lit up, so you could probably forgo light if you want to, but I don't want to bother trying to find it when I need it later, and you will need it later. And can I pick this up? No. So you know what? Let's do something dangerous. I'm gonna put this over my overgarment slot, and I feel protected. So this is an enchanted cape of protection. Vice versa, if this was cursed, it would have said cursed cape of protection. That would have been very bad because it would have reduced my protection. Curses are very bad because they usually can't be taken off and they hurt quite a bit. We'll just kill a skeleton. Bye bye. We'll just look around, kill that giant rat apparently. Too heavy. I should probably rest. Search. Don't see anything hidden, so we'll run away. Come back in our day. Oh, that's bad. So, what I was fearing from the vipers finally happened. I've been poisoned. And basically that means I've been poisoned. I'm going to lose hit points. And poison me again. Alright, so what happens when you're poisoned? Poison will slowly reduce your hit points until you're dead. You can use heal spells and stuff like that to try and cure it. But usually all you can do at this point is hope that for the best that you don't run out of hit points. So we're going to go up here. And we're just going to hope for the best. We're going to rest and hope that it goes up and not dead. Alright, I survived. At low hit points you should be very careful, but usually you can survive if you're careful. You can also use stuff like search and stuff like that. They'll reduce it slowly, and you can use heal spells or potions or whatever. Alright, so we're back here. This guy's the identify shop, so it'll cost you 500 CP to identify it. Okay, yes. So it's bad. I have to get rid of that. Do this hammer. Normal hammer. Hammers are usually better than normal daggers, so we'll change that in a moment. Bracers. Normal bracers. Small wind shield. Normal wind shield. scroll, heal minor wounds, levitation. Just to get an idea. I'm not going to identify everything in here, but... And normal boots. Alright, so there's some, basic stuff done. We'll go here now, and we'll basically use the junk shop to sell our crap that no one's going to want to buy, except this guy. So if you have crappy items like that, just go to the junk shop, they'll take it for you. And if you have stuff that is worth buying, go here, say, hey, take my normal dagger, okay. Take it for my 25 bucks and you'll be happy. Now, you could try selling other stuff. We don't buy those. So yeah, it's, one of those games where you have to sell at the appropriate shops. I won't buy anything from me right now. We're doing pretty good, I think, in that respect. I don't want to kill my money. We'll look in here though, and this is what I really want. If I can buy this, not enough money. Alright, I do want that though, so asking price is $16.64. I've got like 814, 30. That should be about, if I recall, 947. That should be quite a bit. Probably gonna go to my money screen or anything like that. Copper's 970. Okay, so I have 970 coins, so I need to up that a little bit. We're gonna go here and we're gonna just try selling the suit of armor. Because I can get one inside, hopefully. And we're gonna try this again. Not enough money. How much money have we got now? 1570, okay. Levitation is good, but not that great. There we go. Activate. Now, identify is a pretty powerful skill. To let you know what I mean by it, basically... Oops. Current inventory. Yes. I actually have to move this to the right place. Make sure you, when you're identifying, put it into your pack. And not into your belt slot. Because belt slot's usually where you put your belts. And like that's where you get like your quick access scrolls and such. I should sell this medium bag. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, they're nice and all, but oh, we don't buy those. Okay, never mind. How about you? Do you buy those? Yeah, you buy them. They're not worth much, but whatever. I'll buy a better belt when I get to the next place that I'm gonna go to. Let's look at this. See what I get. Yeah, you don't want to cast spells when you're about to die, or you're low on mana. So no, we're going to rest up, try again, and we'll do this one more time. So here's some of the stuff I got. We got heal minor wounds, levitation, detect objects, water. That's not, anything valuable, that's junk. Detect monsters and heal minor wounds, so we got a little bit out of this. I can go up here, so this junk. Now, heal minor wounds, that's kind of useful. Levitation, not that great. Again, I don't like detect objects. Detect monsters is good though. And what we'll do is we'll go here, say, hey, take this. And hey, take this. Get more money. Go to character again. I now got 1,000. So we got a little bit of money. So I don't have to worry too much about identifying stuff anymore, and that's good. We go back in with my new shiny normal hammer. And if I go somewhere in here, I should be able to find weapons, I think. In the item object directory. So this gives you an idea of like stuff. Down here with the weapon types, which is where I'll be going. These are the weapons. Basically broken sword, weapon class 0, not that great. Club, daggers, 1 and 2 respectively. I guess a hammer isn't all that great. It's only weapon class 2. But I can hit hard. I think quarter staff is actually better than it. Oh well. Hopefully I'll find something that's useful in here. You know, next dungeon, and I'll have a better weapon to care about. Now you should note that monsters don't usually carry weapons. They only usually carry gold and copper and silver. Lots of fun, but nothing like weapon-wise. Ah, something to kill. Oh, lots of stuff to kill. Alright, killed that. Okay, so as you can see, this room has no light. So here's where the light spell comes in. Boom! I can see what I can see. And this is useful for finding out if there's anything dangerous in the room. I got these boots. We're going to identify the boots. Normal leather boots, nothing special, okay. And I'm armored. Giant rat bites me. It's dead. Potion of levitation. Search this door. Now I plan to play this so I get through the first dungeon if possible. Ooh, that's nice armor too. Ooh! Studded leather armor. It's nice. Okay, so this is where you use map. Alright, so we got downstairs here and here, so we'll go to this one for now. The far one. Alright, we got a walking corpse coming at me. Whoops. Boom. 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 Okay, we're gonna sleep. I'm gonna kill this walking corpse. Ouch. Oh, someone's dead. Alright, we're done that. Let's look around. Another room with no light. Ugh, didn't want to see that. It easily parries my strike, avoids my blow. It flinches as I score a hit. So it's kind of descriptive, this, you know, but not too descriptive. So it's taking damage, critically injured, destroyed. Alright, onward we go. And you should be very careful when you're, like, you know, zooming right across, because you might run into something that will instantly kill you if you're not careful. But whatever, I don't care about this weak dungeon and all that. And the difficulty is not too difficult for me, so I can care less about doing something like that, running into monsters and, you know, possibly not dying. Alright, this guy's a little vicious. It's a giant red ant. So they can do a little bit of damage in melee, so we're gonna just injure it a little. Okay, 2 shots will kill it, whatever. Rusty gauntlets for the trash heap. A trap. Alright, we're gonna try and disarm it. Failed. 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 And you should be very careful with traps because you can wander into them while you're trying to disarm them, which can suck. Kill that. So let's just show how dangerous these guys can be. I miss him, he misses me. I hit him, he bites me. Lots of damage. He's injured though, so let's pop him. Alright, so let's sleep until that. Okay. Kill this guy. Ooh, he's injuring me pretty good. Oops. Dead. We'll actually sleep here because this is a nice tidy spot where nothing can bother me most of the time. If you're in a dead end, usually stuff won't come at you. If it's in a well-traveled hallway, might get attacked quite a bit. Kobold. Gauntlets. Identify. You probably shouldn't do it to scrolls and such. Ooh, that's nice. But like what stuff like you can might use, yeah, you want to see what it is. All right, so this. Hi, rat, dead rat. Small wound shield. Too heavy. All right, so let's see here. What is my hand? We're going to find out if there's anything valuable here. Normal mace. But mace is better than a hammer in this game. Hey, I just ran into a trap. You trigger a teleport trap. And they send you wherever, whenever, however. There's a belt. Alright, we're actually going to possibly sleep a little bit. Actually search here. Nope, nothing. Sleep hill man's restored. This might take a while because I'll probably... Oh, didn't get attacked a few times. If you're in like a doorway like that, there's a good chance stuff will attack you. And... Whoops. Yeah, so that took like 8 points, 2 points. It can do a lot of damage to these ants, so be careful of them. Dead. Whoa, I don't want to run into that. Didn't bar me, so good. Oh, interrupted me. Arc snake's not injured, so let's just kill it. I should probably rest at this point. And do this as well. Normal suit. Normal shield. Kill the snake. The kobold. The walking corpse. Ouch. Okay, let's just finish it off. Oh, I leveled. How nice. So let's look through here. We got neutralize poison, levitation, detect tracks, detect monsters, kobold, clairvoyance, detect objects, and heal minor wounds. Each of these spells has their own unique, ability. Neutralize poison, useful if you're going to find a viper. Levitation, float around stuff. Detect traps, that's always good. Let's get it right now. So, walking corpse destroyed. Let's see if I can find some traps besides the teleport trap. What's You sense traps. So now I have a good chance of seeing any traps that are ahead of me. And I don't see any traps like... Whoa! I have a bad tendency to run into these vipers in close range. I was just hit. Viper's dead. And it doesn't always detect all of them, apparently. The teleport trap. Bane of many adventures. And wandering into it will teleport you around. At least the poison's gone. Alright, there's a detected track that I won't run into. Oh, that's nice. Just honestly, I'll kill it. That's gonna take a while more. Pop. Bites me. Pop. Critically injured. Misses me, bites me. I'm gonna just kill it. I don't want to screw around with a rat. Or an ant. I don't care about this guy much. After a while, you stop caring. Alright, so this is a trap that I detected. So let's disarm it. Okay, we got a little bit of stuff in here. We got a viper, a walking corpse, a giant ant, and a rat. So let's try and take this guy out first. Okay, it doesn't look like anything else is bothering me, so we'll just, you know, merrily go along our way killing stuff. That giant rat took up a fight. Can't pick that up, no. Way too heavy. But let's see here. I got a broken belt. I can put that in pack. Put this in the belt. There we go. I'm carrying everything. Sleep until mana is restored. And let's try to disarm this again. There we go. I'm gonna go out one more time to the village, and then we'll go into the second part. Yes, giant bats are annoying. Kill that. Okay, map. That's this level mostly explored, so let's just leave, I think. I got it down to there, I guess, so. Ugh, got poisoned. Now, heal spells can sometimes heal it, just so you know, but not always guaranteed. We're gonna run into whatever crap I find. Woohoo! Don't want to be finding stuff on poison either, but whatever. There and there. We'll go with this one. And we'll go up over here. And we're out. Hooray, I survived! What am I going to identify? Nope. I survived the poisoning. Junk shop. Hey, take my stuff. Okay, sell my crap. Oh, he doesn't buy shoes. Takes the shield though, takes the hammer. And we'll take the shield. How nice. Take these. Okay. Optics, don't care. Flotation, don't care. And I'll be that right there, I think. And then we'll just head up here. Now, it should be noted that it takes basically very little time, like a minute to get your HP. It takes about an hour of in-game time to get a mana back. So health, not so bad to loot. No, health is not so bad to regain. Mana can be painstaking, so be careful. Don't waste your mana in later parts of this game. And we'll just go over here. Quickly go down. Oh, first there. Alright. Oops, I forgot to sleep. There we go. And you should usually sleep before entering if you're low on mana. Okay, we'll look around. Must be a hobgoblin. Nope, goblin fighter. But the hobgoblin fires are slow. Ah, you're injuring too much. Die. I don't think the bat liked to be attacked. Nor did his friend like to be attacked. Okay, that's dead finally. Okay, I don't want to screw around with this. And sleep. This is why you should generally avoid sleeping in open rooms so they're attacked over and over again. Ah, deep pit. Levitation will let you avoid deep pits, but Oh, a couple traps. Alright, let's look around. Avoid getting hit by this trap by disarming it. Ah, there's a ruin trap. Ruins are one-time traps, but they do quite a bit of damage, I think. I forget. Okay, we'll disarm these traps. Pit's disarmed. And we disarmed the fire trap. So yeah, you can make yourself like a mage in this game, or... Oh, what's wrong here? I'll also see if I can find anything. This room. Small one shield, not that great, but whatever. It's money. Kill this guy. Search. Nothing in this room. Alright, we're just gonna close the doors. And we're gonna sleep. Now, the reason I close the doors is because some monsters can't use doors, so closing them will block up those monsters from attacking me. There's that pit. I'll get that for the junk dealer. Okay. This is what I was waiting for. This is basically tier 1 of my quest. Killing kobolds. Lots of kobolds. Oh god, they're hurting. Shield. Okay, they're still hurting me quite a bit. Did I even injure you? No. Okay, we're just gonna pop you guys. Pop. Pop. And pop. Okay, now we're gonna run away and go heal. Oh god. A lizard is a bit more damaging than most, so let's just pop. Pop. It's slow, but you know, I want to kill it for experience. We'll go over here, heal up. Our snakes say hi. And we'll go back to that room in a bit, but we'll just, you know, mosey our way over here to find out whatever is over here. Start this. Get a door there. Oh, so that was a ruin trap, basically. A fire trap. And that's all that's left. A scorch mark. I can go free or fine, just a one-time trap. But it still hurts quite a bit, so you want to be careful of them. Rest. Get, and light. Okay, I'm not seeing anything over here. This should be it, the final room. So let's go back in here. As you can see, these are root straw mattresses, nothing too special. Hit that. Guess there was more. Oh, nice. Okay, we'll go over here. Put this in my, you know, usual type of stuff. I got another book of Identify. How nice. And we got teleport trap. Disable that. Get this wand. And okay. At this point, we're getting fairly close to the end of this Let's Play. I'll show you though what happens first. Up. And we go up. Up. And up. And out. On inspiration, you read the scrap of parchment. Okay, I'll be right back.
You examine the scrap of paper carefully, which turns out to be part of a message in a strange, blood-red script. The top part is missing, but you can make out the following. Is dead. Return to the fortress north of Bajarhaven and await my orders. I repeat, stop at nothing to ensure this danger is removed. It is signed at the bottom with a single ornate S, with flames intertwined the letter. As you stare at the flames, they seem to flicker and dance, and you feel the paper grow hot in your hands. You hear loud drop it as the paper bursts into flames, and you watch in shock as the ashes fall to the ground. Your stomach feels a bit queasy with worry, and you think maybe you should head back to the hamlet.
Alright, so that took about an hour, but we're basically through the first path of the campaign. So let's go back to the hamlet. Okay, one moment, I'll be right back. I guess I forgot about this part.
You are almost home. Ahead of you, the path winds another half-mile around the hills north of the hamlet. Your pack rests heavily on your shoulders, shifting slightly with each step you take. The enigmas of the mine still nag at you. Why were those fell creatures camped therein? From where did they come? And what was the meaning of the scrap of parchment you recovered at the bottom? As you round the last hill, a sharp smoky smell fills your nostrils. Burning thatch? Hastily you drop your pack and jog to rusty gate. The heavy smoke hangs in the air, charred timbers still smolder from the ruins of the houses. The air lies eerily quiet, missing the babble of the living hamlet. The cries of children, the cackle of poultry. A wretched wagon lies overturned in the middle of the road. Two vultures start at your intrusion and flap away heavily. With horror you suddenly understood part of the message you found in the mine. Is dead. Return to the fortress north of Bajaran and wait my orders. I repeat, stop at nothing to ensure this danger is removed. This was no random act of destruction, and neither was the burning of your farm. Someone ordered this. Somebody who saw danger in his humble hamlet, or in its inhabitants. Shocked, you realize that this savage act must have been aimed at you. None of these villagers had traveled more than a league from home in their entire lives. You were not born here, but far away. You lost your godparents in a similar horrific act of arson. You must be in the danger. You wandered again at the unknown past, which again has proved deadly to those you loved. And you swear once to exact your vengeance against this responsible. Once more you pawn the scrap of parchment. The town of Bajarhaven lies but a day's journey down the highway to the west. Perhaps you should exercise your growing skills against this fortress. You kick aside a piece of the broken gate. Then remember you dropped your drop pack, head back to the path to recover it. Bajaran awaits you.
Alright, so at this point, the basic, village is in a wreck. Burned wagon, smoldering remains of buildings, trampled gardens, smoldering remains of buildings and all that. So everything's been destroyed. You look here, poison well, burned shrine. Alright, so this is like my last time being here. Like, I can go into like the fortress and I can like go to my house and all that. But it's down to the highway. Well, it's not wrong highway. Your journey along the highway takes a full day and you reach the village of Bajarhaven. Alright, this seems like a good stopping point. So I will save here. We'll call this Fuchsia. And I hope you enjoyed the Let's Play. And we'll continue on with the second part of Part 1.